Hey Sunrise, Andrew here with your small group questions for this week for week 3 of our series on the Christian home. This week we're talking about parents and children. So we're going to be talking about, in the first part, Ephesians 6, 1 through 4 will guide our study, and beginning with this command to children to obey their parents, for this is right. And so this is where the text begins. And one of the specific things, what does it mean in this text to obey your parents in the Lord? Why is that in the Lord an important aspect of what's being discussed here? Also within the context, how is obedience in this text different than submission in the text previously that we've seen the last couple weeks? How does this differentiate itself from those things? Why is it important that this text is addressing children specifically and then parents? So as you think about these things, you think about how the text goes. It gives the promise that it may go well with you. What does that mean that obedience to parents will lead to a life that is well lived, if you will, or it will go well? How are these two things being put together before us in this text? And so as you think about these things, again, specifically in our small groups, opportunity for parents, your kids being a part of the group this week, especially in service on Sunday. Our kids will be in there for the service. We have a lovely little worksheet here that they can work through and listen to the service, working through some of those notes. What is the importance of this text to children of all ages? And then the important part, moving from children to parents, it then goes specifically to the fathers. Why are fathers the primary point of contention in this text? When it talks about fathers not provoking their children to anger. Why is it important that we see fathers being given that command here? But rather, again, it's that transition. So not this, but this. So rather than provoking, we're called to instruct. What then does it look like to instruct children in the discipline of the Lord? What does this look like? So I hope that as you work through this text, as you think about it in your own life or in just working through the scriptures of how the Lord has done these things to you, how do we put these things in action? So hope that you'll spend some time in the text, again, hearing the word proclaimed on Sunday. And again, if you have kids, we're going to ask all our children will be in service this week. We do, like I said, have a worksheet for them. But being able to work through these things together so they'll hear the word and then we'll be able to discuss it and live it out well. Hope to see you guys on Sunday in our small groups this week. Hope you guys have a great week.